Well, all hell is breaking loose for the economic genius of this administration because the thing that Trump has been bragging about since his first campaign, the thing he swore he would fix forever for Americans, America's trade deficit, is getting worse. The kicker is that it's happening because of Trump's own policies. Since March, U.S. exports have not just slowed down, they have plunged. We are talking about billions of dollars in products that American companies used to sell overseas that are sitting unsold. Why? Because the rest of the world is deliberately walking away from the United States. Hedge fund manager Spencer Hakimian summed it up this way, quote, "Exports have fallen right off a cliff since March. Countries around the world are responding to the U.S. trade war by boycotting American goods and services, another penalty Americans are paying for Trump's tariff crusade. The penalty is not on Trump. Trump's a billionaire. He's fine. The penalty is on you. It's on you in terms of higher prices. It's on you in terms of fewer jobs. And it's on you in terms of a shrinking export market that makes the very trade deficit Trump hates even bigger. Think of that. Trump hates the trade deficit. He says, I want to export more than we import. Why are we importing so much from China? We should export to them. Well, the reason is 50, 60 years of economic policy that said, we want to import cheap stuff from China. We don't want to pay what it would cost to make all these tchotchkes in the United States. We'll get them from China. And so that's why we import more. And Donald Trump's tariffs are making the trade deficit even worse. You look at Canada. Canada is one of our top export markets. In 2024, Canada bought $28 billion in food products from the United States. Canadian stores are now being pressured. Do not stock, do not sell American food products. 71% of Canadians plan to buy fewer American food products this year. Trump added a 35% tariff on Canadian imports, which started August 1st. When you tax their goods, they don't thank you. They respond in kind. They tax your goods or they stop buying them. This is called a trade war. That's how it works. Europe's going the same way. Europe's central bank survey found 44% of Europeans are avoiding American products. Tesla sales in Europe are down almost 28%. Now there is a political cost to buying American. And it goes beyond goods. Tourism is down. The World Travel and Tourism Council says that canceled international trips are going to cost the United States over $12 billion. So that means hotels lose money, restaurants, airlines, small businesses. On the bonus show today, producer Pat is going to talk about the Vegas ghost town situation that's going on. And the irony, it's a sick irony because people are getting hurt. But the irony is that Donald Trump obsesses over trade deficits like they're a scoreboard, but by blowing up our export market, he guarantees we are going to maintain trade deficits. Now, I am not arguing trade deficits are objectively good and bad. The U.S. tends to run trade deficits because of how we've organized our economy. We tend to buy a lot of cheaper goods and have moved in the direction of being a service economy. And those are political decisions, which you can agree with or disagree with, but that's the way our economy is organized. But Trump treats the trade deficit like a scoreboard. And if foreigners stop buying our stuff, the deficits are going to get bigger. And Trump is making the problem worse. Now, I want to deal with the tariff part a little bit. And hopefully this is useful to people. If it's not, just be like, David, don't talk about this stuff anymore. Even if all the tariffs disappeared tomorrow, we could be talking about permanent or at least semi-permanent damage here. Because once consumers switch away from your product for political reasons, they don't just switch back. Habits change, competitors fill the gap. I know so many people, they were genuinely Tesla fanboys. They just loved it. And then all of a sudden, with the political Elon stuff, they went and they said, I'm going to try a Rivian. I'm going to try the Hyundai Ioniq. I'm going to check out the Kia EV9 or the BMW iX, or maybe I'll go to a hybrid. And even if Elon were to go, I take back the white nationalist salute and I take back all of it, even if he did that, A lot of those people are happy with their choices. They're not going to go, oh, I got to go back to Tesla because Elon changed his mind. And that applies to a lot of different products. So we are going to be seeing what may not be a temporary dip. This may be the new normal. This is a structural decline, not a cyclical decline. We're losing billions in exports, billions in tourism. And what leverage do we have in trade? 90 deals in 90 days became 3 frameworks in 115 days or something like that. This is Trump doing it to the country. We have to hold him politically responsible. That's the question. Will voters do it?